2025 Giro d'Italia, Stage 2 in Tirana, the capital city of Albania. Yes, we're spending 3 days here before going over to the homeland, starting off in the heel of Italy in Puglia. But enough of that, we'll get to the results. And the results, well, between first and second, got some stats for you. 24 hundredths of a second divided them, and also 14 years. Before we get into the stage winner, the new Maglia Rosa in day 2, I want to mention that this coverage, the Giro d'Italia coverage, is brought to you by Bicycle, the best place to buy and sell pre-owned bikes. You have too many bikes? No problem. Head on over to bicycle.com/FloBikes and list your bikes and sell in minutes to cyclists worldwide and get your 30% off seller protection code. Well, our winner today, it was Josh Tarling, 21 years old from Team Ineos Grenadiers, setting the time out there of around 16 minutes, a little bit over 16 and some change, averaging 51 kilometers an hour, smoking out there on that course, 13.7 kilometers through the streets of Tirana, starting here in the big square, down the wide boulevards, over the river, and in view of the mountains. It was Tarling who knocked off Jay Vine, and Jay Vine had already knocked off Edoardo Affini, one of the early pace setters in the second stage. And we were going to see Tarling sitting in that hot seat for a long time. He's young, he's got a strong back, he can do it. We saw rider after rider come in. Also, attention, we were watching Juan Ayuso, who didn't quite have the great ride that he would have wanted to out there. We saw Luke Plapp overshoot a corner. He is already wobbling in some corners and shot right in towards a photographer who had to protect himself from Plapp's bike that was flying at him. Later, Richard Carapaz was having problems in that same corner. But attention over to Primož Roglič, winner of the Giro in 2023. Well, we knew he was going to on a good ride today when at that first time check, 8 kilometers in, midway about, he was 1 second ahead of Tarling. Oh, wow. Primož is out to fight for the stage and for the pink jersey. He's back to back up 2023 and back up the Slovenian win last year of Tadej Pogačar. Primož Roglič powered over the closing kilometers in his Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe jersey, came to the finish line 1 second behind Tarling, but when we did our calculations, it was 24 hundredths of a second behind Tarling, and 14 years divide the two, so there's your stats on the day. But we didn't think he was going to have the pink jersey necessarily. We had to watch the other riders coming in. Vacek, the lead-out man for Mads Pedersen, who won stage 1 and had the pink jersey going into today, he did a good time trial. Pedersen was on a stormer today. We were looking out for Wout van Aert, who was second yesterday. We thought maybe he might have a chance to get the pink jersey, maybe the stage win. And so the fight was between those two, if not for the stage win, but to get the pink jersey, because Tarling had lost a lot of time yesterday. We saw he was going to keep the stage win today. Pedersen, we saw right away that he was on a good time. The opposite for Wout van Aert. He was not riding so well out there, about 24, 25 seconds off at the end of the day. So we knew he was out of contention for the pink jersey and the stage win. Pedersen was going to be the wild card. He wasn't going to be able to have a shot at the stage, but perhaps hold on to the pink jersey. And he was running close with Primož Roglič. And there's 10 seconds to divide the two because Mads Pedersen got the 10 seconds bonus at the finish yesterday. And then he finishes 11 seconds back. So 1 second off Primož Roglič. Now second overall in the GC is Primož Roglič, back in the pink jersey where he left it in 2023 after knocking out Geraint Thomas, and he looked so cool and comfortable after having won so many times with Vuelta a España. Back in the pink jersey, and he's not taking it for granted. Some 34 years old. He doesn't know how many more years he has in the sport. His objective is the Giro, then the Tour de France this year. But Tarling, oh, Tarling, the British rider. He went into last year's Vuelta a España's first Grand Tour there in Lisbon, Portugal, wanted that stage victory in the TT, didn't get it, super upset. Well, he paid back today, got the stage victory in the TT. Oh, what a celebration. I think one of the youngest winners in the Giro d'Italia in so many years. You have to look it up in Wikipedia, but he was a young one to pull off the victory. And as I mentioned, surprise for Juan Ayuso. He was probably the next best out of the GC riders. And then we saw other GC riders behind Juan Ayuso and riders like Adam Yates, Ayuso's teammate Simon Yates further back. Derek G did a good ride, and we spoke with him there at the finish, tried to understand what happened yesterday, if it was positioning or legs, and he indicated more legs. Van Aert, for his part, who was disappointed today, says that he's feeling good, but of course he was disappointed. with that TT today. He wanted to have a shot at the pink jersey, have a shot at the stage win. He's going to look further ahead into this race. Pedersen was still happy. He gave it all out there in the TT today, standing there on the stage in the Maglia Ciclamino, the points jersey, Primož Roglič in the pink jersey, and Josh Tarling, stage winner, 2 days into this race, our second of 3 days in Albania. Before tomorrow, we head to Vlor. I'm gonna miss Tirana with this big square here and its wide boulevards, the river, and the mountains off in the distance. I'm sure it's the same for Tarling. He's gonna be celebrating tonight in this TT victory. And Primož Roglič is gonna be doing the calculations on what he needs to do, because as we go into stage 3, it's already a tricky one with the big mountain and 40 kilometers descent before the finish and a rest day transfer back to Italy. But those are sweet worries, as Roglič likes to say, because he's in the pink jersey and he can sort it all out later, and Tarling will be celebrating as they roll out of town tomorrow for that big loop. 2025 Giro d'Italia, stage 2 in the bag, Tarling on top.